What's happening, traders? It's Mark here at Dynotrading.com, the world's #1 resource in learning how to trade price action. Today is the second day of the month only, okay? This is the second trading session of October, and what have I been saying to you since early August, right? The market sentiment has changed and the volatility has skyrocketed. Now, whether you trade Forex, whether you trade futures, or if you trade stocks, okay, I want you to pay attention. Volatility is a good thing for you, in my opinion. All right, if anybody tells you different, if anybody says, hey, volatility should scare you and you should stay home under the blanket, okay, they don't know what they're talking about. This is a chart of the S&P 500, the global benchmark. You Forex traders out there, this thing is clocking in at 900 pips every day, okay? For you futures traders, ES, 300 tick move today. In fact, 300 ticks the previous session, okay? And for you SPY traders, my goodness, what a day to trade SPY options. Let's just get into it, folks, all right? So again, like I said, no matter what asset class you trade, whether it's Forex or futures or stocks, the world is your oyster right now, all right? If you're sitting on the sidelines, I mean, first of all, I don't know why you'd be sitting on the sidelines in a period of extreme volatility, because if you have any inclination to day trading or speculating or somehow making money in the market, you can't be on the sidelines, right? You got to be at your computer every day, this month, next month, okay? So two things I want to show you guys here, all right? Let's just take a look at this beautiful sell signal that printed exactly at 9:02 a.m. on the nose, okay? In fact, wait a minute. Let me show you the previous session. I forgot to show that to you guys from last week. Look at this. Literally, guys, this is a roller coaster. This is the previous session. This was the first trading day of the month, okay? Here we are in the second trading day of the month. Complete opposite. This was a reflection, a mirror reflection of the previous session. But again, guys, what have I been saying to you, right? Volume doesn't lie. Volume is a leading indicator of the market direction. If you can't get the direction right, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to break it to you, but you got problems, all right? You've got much bigger problems if you can't get the direction right. Everything in trading, success in trading, making money in trading, squeezing every single dollar that you can out of a trend, all of it revolves around identifying the market direction. Okay? So the first thing I want to say to all you guys that are still using your candlestick garbage and your Bollinger Band nonsense, I just feel sorry for you, all right? You made no money today. Anyway, so, like, look, you already know that volume doesn't lie. Volume should just make sense, right? As an indicator on your chart, one of the things you guys have to realize is when you trade volume, you're essentially following the big guys. You're following the hedge funds, the institutions, the algos. It ain't me and you that are moving, like, it ain't me and you that are moving the market like this, where the S&P rips 70 handles, okay? 400 ticks on the previous session. And it also ain't me and you that causes the S&P to plunge another 300 ticks, right? It is the big guys, and the big guys create footprints, what I like to call market profile footprints. And you really only have two items on your plate every day when you come to work as a trader. Number one, figure out the direction. It ain't hard. When you have a volume-based indicator, it ain't hard, okay? And number two, you got to look for low risk, high probability setups, meaning you need to be prepared, right? You need to be prepared to get stopped out and take a small loser. That's part of trading. If you think that you're never going to lose money in the market, you are sadly mistaken, all right? The best traders in the world recognize this is a game of risk to reward. You got to be willing to risk 1 bar in order to capture 50 bars. Make sense? Same thing on the previous session. You got to be able to risk 1 bar to make maybe 100 bars. You understand? So what I also want to ask you guys is, this is just a poll I'm going to take to the channel, all right? Post your comments below, all right? Where do you think the S&P 500 is going to close the month of October? I'm genuinely interested. I feel we are going to be hitting 4,000 on the S&P. I feel there's another 300 points to the downside in the month of October. If we take a look at the NASDAQ, it was another bloodbath on the NASDAQ today, right? I mean, just look at this beautiful, what I call textbook. Guys, this is a textbook signal on the NASDAQ from today using the volume indicator and nothing else, okay? When I'm looking at the market, the last thing that I want to see is this nonsense. All right, now I don't know how many of you guys out there agree with me or disagree with me, but when you stack them side by side, what are you more comfortable looking at, right? What's more aesthetically and visually pleasing to the eye? Is it this one or is it this one? Okay, look guys, for those of you that were trading the NASDAQ today, this was a literally 1,200 pip tick move, whichever one you guys follow, Forex or futures, all right? 1,200. Just do the math on what each pip or tick is worth, right? In Forex, each pip is worth what? $10. 1,200 times 10. Yeah, that's 12 grand. You read that correctly, okay? In futures, each tick I think is worth $5. 1,200 times 5, yeah, that's 8 grand almost. Right? Now look, I'm not saying that every single day is going to look like this. Hey, look man, I wish it did. I wish I could tell you guys or show you guys every single day forever is going to look like this. But the reality is it's not. Okay? The market's going to sometimes give you chop days. The market's going to sometimes give you losing days. But in a period of extreme volatility like we are now, okay, and I think we're going to stay in an elevated level of volatility for at least another 3 to 4 months, at least, okay? COVID hasn't gone away, 40 million people still unemployed, 80 million people took a pay cut. Think of all the problems in the world, right? And there's a lot of them, right? Should the NASDAQ be at 14,000, 15,000? Should the S&P be at 4,300 right now? I don't think so. I think the S&P should be 20% lower than what it is right now. Same thing on the NASDAQ. I think the NASDAQ should be 30 to 40% lower than it is right now, right? But I don't ever let my personal opinions dictate my decisions on the market, on technical analysis, on speculation, okay? Never let your personal opinions or Jim Cramer on TV or these bogus financial media outlets that are just scaring you, right? I don't think trading is scary. I think trading is exhilarating. You understand what I'm saying? It should be a pleasure and a passion of yours to get up every day and look for these type of opportunities using, again, nothing more than volume. And one last thing I want to show you guys here, all right? You're going to find this fascinating as well, all right? So I'm going to do some timestamps here. We're going to timestamp 9:02, which is when the signal came. Beautiful short. Rip this bad boy for 300 ticks or pips, okay? And I'm also going to timestamp lunch, which for me, Central Time, is 12 p.m. approximately. 12:15, somewhere around there, right? So you guys have heard me say this before. I only like to look at the charts in the morning session. I don't spend any time at all looking at the charts after lunch. I personally want to do other things with my life. That's just me. For those of you guys who like to trade around the clock, have at it. But here's what I'm saying. Here is why the morning session is, in my opinion, the better session. Because look at this. Morning session, heavy trend. After lunch session, complete chop. Right? Again, not always the case, but you're going to find this to be true a majority of the time. Folks, there is plenty, and I mean plenty of money to be made just in the morning session. Okay, guys, it's going to be a great month. I think this is going to be another legendary, epic month to trade the market, speculate in the market. Keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the prize, and more importantly, always keep your eye on volume. You see these green and red color bands? This is the volume. And you want to know the funny thing about volume? Volume will always tell you the truth. Guys, that'll do it for this video. If you'd like to get your hands on this powerful volume indicator, then get in touch, call, text, email, whatever's convenient, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a free one-on-one demo, really show you how this volume indicator is going to supercharge your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.